Ladies and gentlemen, Josh Sanch, your host here on the Bodybuilding News Network. Welcome back to another installment here of 21 July. We are just days out from the 2023 IFBB Pro League Wolfpack Chicago Pro, IFBB Pro League Chicago Masters Pro, and the NPC Worldwide Miss International Women's Bodybuilding Championship Pro qualifier, brought to you by Celsius. Now, this show will be kicking off tomorrow, technically today, with check-ins for the pros of all different sizes, shapes, and genders, XY, XX, whatever. Now, for Friday, we're going to be having a little bit of the preliminaries, the amateurs as well, NPC specifically when we talk about amateurs, and then coming into the Saturday and Sunday, the weekend, is where we're going to see the stuff that we're excited about, right? The men's open bodybuilding, men's 212, women's bodybuilding, and then I'm also wanting to put a little energy into the women's physique, men's classic physique, and that's about it. You guys will have to let me know if you want to hear some updates on men's physique, the board short division. But for this video specifically, we're going to be talking about the men's open bodybuilding division coming into the Chicago Pro. Now, we're going to start off with the gentleman that didn't place as well as I wanted him to place. I thought he was going to, really surprise some people with a good placing here, but Ian Galley, or Aaron Galley, I always mess his name up. I do apologize. His wife is awesome and said hi and was hoping to meet me in Chicago, but I will not be at Chicago Pro this year. I will be at the Olympia, I'll be at the Legion Sport Festival, and I'll be at the 2024 Arnold Classic. Those are the planned shows. Of course, the Cali State Pro, if they do bless me with a press pass, I will be there. So Emily, hopefully I get to meet you at one of the shows coming up on our schedule. Now, Aaron Galley coming in 2 days out from the Chicago Pro. I don't understand how it's even possible. Apologies for the phone, the ladies. But 301 pounds coming into the show is absolutely bonkers. The dude's got to be tall, because there's no way. I mean, he looks like he's maybe like a 270, 260 type bodybuilder, but the height is got to be able to give him that extra boost. Now, where we're going to see him in this lineup, we can look at the scorecard, we can look at the lineup. We have a few gentlemen that might place above him. Specifically, I'm looking at 3 gentlemen specifically that are maybe going to be battling it out above him. So I'm going to have him around 4th, 3rd through 5th, actually. We'll say 3rd through 5th, depending on how beautifully he comes in to prejudging and makes a statement. That's what he's got to do, Mr. Galley. You got to come into this show. You got to bring the perfect balance of the conditioning and the symmetry. And if you got the freak factor, use the freak factor. Chicago Pro, historically, one of those shows that rewards the bigger guys. Sometimes not, but usually it is. It's kind of like a knockdown New York Pro, although the last couple New York Pros have not been crazy impressive of a lineup. So it's kind of losing its shine. And I actually made a video on that. So make sure you guys check out my recap of this year's New York Pro. I definitely talk about what the heck went wrong there. They're not paying the people to come in, and the show's just not becoming what it used to be. Now, the person that I am the most excited for, someone I personally have winning this show, is Justin Shire. Now, it's not Sheer, it's Shire. This guy, pro debut. He turned pro in 2019, I believe it was. Correct me if I'm wrong. Took all the time off. Had a little bout with Hostile, and he was a frequent flyer on that talk show, on that podcast. Now he's doing a lot of stuff with Muscle MD, and they've been doing a lot of very cool things over at Pure Muscle Radio, and also Pure BS is another show that they're starting. So definitely check that out. HD Muscle Supplement Company. I'm not affiliated. I'm pretty sure it's a Canadian-based company, so I'm not sure if that would fit with my demographic, but Justin Shire is doing phenomenal coming into this show. I have him winning this show. I don't see anyone specifically that can knock him out unless something absolutely amazing happens for the last guy that we will talk about in this video, so stay tuned. But Justin has this freak factor of flow, proportions, symmetry, and it looks like he's bringing phenomenal conditioning as well. Now, as long as his tan shows up as good as it did when he turned pro, I don't think anyone can beat him on the scorecard, and that's going to be my prediction. So I'm actually going to go out on a limb and say that Justin Shire is going to win his pro debut and go to the 2023 Mr. Olympia. And debatably, I think he's going to be top 16, no doubt, top 16, top 14. Maybe even top 12. Who knows? I think the symmetry, the flow, you put him next to someone like Rafael Brandao, and it's lights out. Now, Raf, I believe, is not competing at this year's Olympia. He's not competing to qualify as well. So this is going to be an opportunity for Justin to hop into that lineup and really shake things up. So those are my predictions for Justin. Jonathan Delarosa, or John Delarosa, I don't think anyone calls him Jonathan, is also doing this show after making a very exciting comeback announcement earlier this year. We've seen him slowly come into the prep. I thought he did a New York Pro recently, so maybe mark me wrong if I'm messing this one up, but I know this is, if anything, one of the most recent shows we've seen of him. I think he did the New York Pro when Blessing won it, actually, or when Nick Walker won it, looking at the background here on one of these photos. But nevertheless, we are going to see him get on stage here, and I think he has a nice balance of size, conditioning. Haven't really seen a lot of physique updates from him. And, for me, that worries me in this age, in this era of bodybuilding news reporting and journalism, if you will say. If you will say I'm a journalist. I mean, I'm kind of just a YouTuber. But nevertheless, he is getting ready for this show. Where we're going to see him in the lineup, I could not see him outside the top 6. In my opinion, I'm going to have him in my top 4 pick. Specifically, I'll have him, let's go ahead and say 3rd place. So best of luck to John Delarosa, a icon, a legacy piece in bodybuilding. Now, Stan, aka Stanimal, is doing a phenomenal job this year, doing back-to-back shows, it would seem, and now he's getting ready for the Chicago Pro. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the point system is gone, so the more shows you do does not benefit you unless you're a sponsorship or you're perfectly peaking and you're making your peak better and better is what I'm trying to say. You're getting better every show. That would be the only situation where this would make sense. I do wish him the best of luck here. I would say he's going to be a top 3 guy. He's going to be kind of wherever Mr. Galley, wherever Aaron Galley lands, I think Stan's going to be probably right in front of him if he brings the same level of conditioning he did to the Vancouver Pro. So he could land anywhere from 3 to 5 as well. So him and Mr. Galley, I think, are going to be side by side for this one. And the last one that I'm going to talk about here, I know Patrick Moore said he's doing this show. I don't have too much to say for the guy. He said he was going to do 2 other shows this year, and now he's here. And he actually is. He is at the Chicago Pro. He will compete. So you might see him in this top 6. I couldn't imagine him not being in the top 6. So I'm going to put him at 6. But the person I do want to talk about, Blessing Awodibu. Blessing Awodibu. Now, we did see, and I cannot find, I've scoured the internet, I cannot find his guest posing from the Shrew Classic. Himself and I thought it was Kai Green as well were at Dubai, or not Dubai, but New Delhi, and they were doing the Shrew Classic. It was a pro show, men's physique, and he did guest posing there. I thought it was, and I know I saw it, so I know he did guest posing recently. I was not impressed at all. He did not look at all like he was 2 weeks out from a show. So I am definitely concerned that he's going to try playing the size game for people. Everyone else on this lineup is doing the conditioning game. So I don't think he's going to get by on the crazy full muscle genetics unless that is the only way for him to show that his legs have improved. That's the only way that he's going to be able to win this show, if the legs have improved from the Olympia. He did not place well there at all. He can talk a big game, and I love that for the sport. Honestly, the older I'm getting, the more I understand that he is a huge benefit to the pro league, to the sport of bodybuilding in general, and I do wish him the best of luck in life, business, and placings. I have him in my top 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my breakdown for the preview for the 2023 Wolfpack Chicago Pro coming this weekend. It is a Pro-Am, so if you are competing in the amateurs, best of luck. It is a pro qualifier for the Women's Bodybuilding Championship. That's a pro qualifier, and everything else is a national qualifier. So make sure you guys remember that. It's broken up into different things. I'm your host, Josh Sanch. As always, thanks for watching. Share the video with a like-minded individual because it does help the channel grow. Comment down below. Continue the conversation. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Check out bodybuildingnews.net to buy this exact t-shirt if it's something that tickles your fancy. But that's it. Thank you genuinely so much for following this channel, helping us grow, and liking the video. And I'll see you in the next one.